What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I guess a speculation video this one is, covering Mega Altaria. Now we know Mega Altaria was revealed the other day in the Korokoro magazines and in a video on the Pokemon YouTube channel, website, whatever, yesterday, showing it in battle, showing evolutions, stuff like that. So we know a bit more about Mega Altaria now than we did when the Korokoro scans first came out, but I'm going to go through what we know and I'm going to speculate or sort of analyse what we have about each, okay? If you guys get what I mean there. So, first off, Mega Altaria. It is a Dragon Fairy type, as we know. Awesome typing for it. It's going to be amazing, you know. Obviously, a lot of people predicted Dragon Fairy. I predicted Dragon Fairy as well, as one of the, I'm pretty sure one of the typings that I put for my speculation. I think actually maybe the only typing I put for Mega Altaria, because I was really wanting Dragon Fairy, and indeed, it did come true. We have Dragon Fairy for Mega Altaria, and it's going to be awesome, guys. It's going to be amazing. So, first up, what moves get Stab from Mega Altaria? Because obviously Stab is a same type attack bonus, which means that moves get powered up by 1.5 times if they are the same type as Mega Altaria, for example. So if it used Dragon Breath, that is going to get the 1.5 times multiplier, whereas if it used another move like, I don't know if it gets this move, but if it used Signal Beam, for example, it's not one of those types, or it's not the same as one of those types, so hence it wouldn't get the same type of attack bonus and would stay the normal power, I guess, if you guys get what I mean there. So what moves get Stab for Mega Altaria? Obviously these are Dragon moves and Fairy moves. The Dragon moves it gets are Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Rush, Outrage, Draco Meteor, and then the two Fairy type moves it gets are Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast. Dazzling Gleam via TM, Moonblast via level up. So you can see here, Dragon Breath isn't very powerful. Dragon Pulse is powerful though. That is your main special Dragon move. Dragon Rush, Outrage, really it depends on how you want to run it. Which if you were going to run a physical Altaria, really depends on you there. And then Draco Meteor is your most powerful. It's your most powerful special dragon move. However, obviously you have the special attack drop, which isn't brilliant for it, so hence why Dragon Pulse is, I guess, the main one, if you guys get what I mean there. Dazzling Gleam and Moonblast, obviously Moonblast is more powerful. Dazzling Gleam does hit both sides, or all sides of the field, but I doubt, looking at least in singles, Dazzling Gleam is not very helpful, so Moonblast is its main Fairy type stab there, or its main stab for Fairy, I guess, if you guys get what I mean there. But there's some good, decent stab moves from Mega Altaria to have. Obviously Fairy, its Moonblast is going to be able to cover types like Dark, Fighting, Dragon obviously as well. Both its stabs are super effective against Dragon, which means it's a Dragon Slayer, and it's immune to Dragon as well, so it can hit Dragon types with super effectiveness, but it can be hit itself by them, so that's pretty awesome in my opinion at least. So obviously Moonblast is going to be nice to take out Dragons, for example, if it comes up against those, and the other Dragon stabs. Obviously, they're only super effective against actual dragon. They're not super effective against non-dragons, because dragon's the only type super effective against dragon. If you guys, wait, the only type dragon is super effective against is dragon. That's the one. Okay, yeah, it's something along those lines, guys. Whereas the dragon moves are more powerful than the Moonblast, especially Draco Meteor. So that's going for the full out power there on Mega Altaria. But it has a nice range of moves there. Moonblast has power of 95. So yeah, that's that, I guess. That's the typing, those are the stabs it gets, which are pretty decent stabs overall. Next up, let's move and look at Mega Altaria's ability, which is Pixelate. Yes, if you guys didn't know what Pixelate does, it turns normal type moves into Fairy type moves and increases the power of them by 30%. So instead of doing 100 like the normal, it gets a 1.3 times multiplied basically. So the moves that are affected by Pixelate that Mega Altaria can get hold of, these aren't all the moves, these are only the ones I would deem actual, like, half usable in competitive. The one like Fury Attack I've not included here, because who's going to use that in competitive, stuff like that. So the moves effective are Hyper Beam, Return, Facade, however you want to pronounce it, it's actually Facade, etc. Giga Impact, Hyper Voice, Body Slam, and Double Edge. So it's a good mix of physical and special there. Hyper Beam being special, Return and Facade, I always say Facade, oh my god. Facade and Giga Impact being physical, Hyper Voice being special, and then Body Slam and Double Edge being physical as well. Two special and 5 physical. So, these are all going to be Fairy type moves when used by Mega Altaria. Now the only, I've included here Moonblast, okay, it's at the top there. That's a special move and it does 95 base damage. I'm not including Stab here because obviously it gets Stab on all these moves, including the ones changed by Pixelate, because they then become fairy, and that sort of works there. But the Moonblast there, special, power 95, that's the strongest fairy type move Mega Altaria has access to without Pixelate, but it does have Pixelate, so it's going to have access to some stronger moves. I'm going to go down the list, or I'm going to show you the list really, and show you what power each of these normal type moves becomes when it is increased slightly, and also change the fairy type. Again, this is not including stab. So then we have, first off, Hyper Beam is special, it's going to do 195 damage, Return physical, a maximum of 133, because obviously Return can do less, but when it's a maxed happiness, it can do 133 damage. Facade, maximum of 182 damage physical, obviously if it's not poisoned or paralyzed, then it is going to go down to 91 damage, which isn't very good at all, because obviously Moonblast is, well, it's physical, but you guys get what I mean. Giga Impact is the same power as Hyper Beam, except it's physical, so we have 195 power there. Hyper Voice is special, and that does 117 power. Body Slam, physical again, does 111 power, and then Double Edge does 156 power, and both of those two are physical. So, pretty much all of these moves, at least when used at the maximum potential in Return of Facade's cases, are more powerful than Moonblast. So really, Moonblast is irrelevant now. The Moonblast is relevant, the fact that Mega Altaria gets Moonblast via level up is completely irrelevant, because all the other moves, all the stronger Norto moves it gets access to, overpower it, so there's no point for Moonblast anymore. I mean, you can lower special attack with it, but that's it. There's nothing else they can do. So looking down the list, Hyper Beam and Giga Impact, obviously they're the most powerful there, but they do require you to recharge on the next turn, and those are not usually used in competitive, because that basically gives people a free switch and a free turn to do whatever they want. So Hyper Beam and Giga Impact are rarely used in competitive, so we can sort of, they are the most powerful, but they're unlikely to be used in competitive. The next most powerful is Facade. However, the problem with Facade is usually when you're building a Facade set, you give them a Toxic Orb or a Burn Orb, well, not necessarily Burn Orb, you guys get what I mean now. Toxic Orb, for example, but you can't do that to Mega Altaria because it has to hold the Mega Stone. So Facade, even if it is the next most powerful, it can't do it because of the fact that you can put it on, but you'd have to get poisoned or paralyzed or whatever to actually be able to then take advantage of the maximum power. Otherwise, it's not very powerful at all. To be honest, so Facade is the next most powerful after Hyper Beam and Giga Impact, but it does have the fact that, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to rely on it. The next most powerful under from Facade, 182, is Double Edge at 156. It's physical. The reason it's more powerful is because obviously it gives you recoil as well, but it is the most powerful, well, apart from Giga Impact, it's the most, apart from Giga Impact and Facade, it's the next most powerful physical move for Altaria, so that's sort of, I don't know, it's interesting to see how Double Edge will get used for Mega Altaria. I doubt it'll be used too much, because, you can sacrifice a bit of power just to keep your health points, but still. The next down from that, physical-wise, is Return at 133, so that's more likely to be used really than any of the others, because Return is consistent. 133 power isn't too bad at all. Obviously it's less than Giga Impact, etc., but it's it's pretty good there. And underneath that we have Body Slam at 111 power. That's slightly less than Return again, but Body Slam has a chance to paralyze, but I think Return will most likely be used more often than Body Slam anyway. But we also have that other special move there, Hyper Voice at 117 power. It's obviously more powerful than Moonblast as a special move, so it's definitely going to be used over Moonblast as long as it's as long as you're able to get it. It's a egg move, I'm pretty sure. So obviously you have to breed that onto Altaria, or onto Swablu rather. So, but it is going to be used more often. That's going to be your main attacking move if you're running a special Altaria, to be honest, or your main fairy type attacking move at least, because obviously you might pair it with a Dragon Pulse or something along those lines. But that's really the move's effect. Is, as you can see, that assuming you're running a specialized set, either you're running a full special set or a full physical set, they're all going to be more powerful than Moonblast. I mean, they're all going to be more powerful than Moonblast in any case, to be honest. So unfortunately, Moonblast is relevant. It's relevant. That's literally what the point of this exercise, looking at the powers there. It is irrelevant on Altaria now with Pixelate. But guys, let's move off of the ability now onto the last section, which is looking at the stats for Mega Altaria. So Mega Altaria's base stats start off as health points are 75, attack is 70, defense is 90, special attack is 70, special defense is 105, and then speed is 80, giving it a base stat total of 490. So you can see it has a pretty damn high special defense stat. Its defense stat is then the next one, because Altaria is mainly used as bulk, to be honest. It does get Cotton Guard, so hence why the defense is then, you know, sort of more used there. Defense and special defense, pretty good. You know, run Cotton Guard for physical defense, and then you can run Calm Mind if you want to set up some special defense and whatnot. I'm just making sets out of the air here, but you guys get what I mean there. So you can see its attack and its special attack are the same, but they are reasonably low, to be honest. They're not brilliantly high. So we were told on the official Pokemon website that Altaria is going to see a, I'm pretty sure they said a boost in, what was it? Boost in attack and special defense. It says, yeah, its attack and special attack get big boosts, and its defense is increased as well. So, I've given a, well, I'll go through health points, it's unchanged because you can't change it. I've given attack a 35 boost to go up to 105. I've given defense a 20 boost to go to 110. Special attack I've also given a 35 boost because I'm assuming they're going to boost them by the same amount, I'm not sure though. So special attack also goes to 105. Special defense I've given a 10 boost in because it's already pretty high, and plus it wasn't mentioned in the list, so you know, it might just stay the same. It might stay at 105 for special defense, or it might go up slightly as I've suggested here. You know, if say you took the 10 off there, so it stays at 105, then add an extra 5 to both attack and special attack just to boost them up even more. Speed I've left as is. I've left no increase at all. I don't think they're going to increase Mega Altaria's speed at all, to be honest, because it doesn't look like it'd be a speedy Mega Evolution. Plus I don't think it would make much sense because it's just turned into a powerhouse really, with attack and obviously bulking up a slight bit as well. So I don't think speed is really needed for Mega Altaria. I think they're just going to leave it. It could drop speed because of all the extra, the fluff and the cotton, whatever it's gained on its body. But I don't think it's going to drop speed. I think it's just going to stay a consistent speed. But that's a total increase of 100 base stat points, so give it a base stat total of 590, which is pretty damn awesome, as you can see there. So that's my predicted stats spread for Mega Altaria. I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly right. As I said, it could not have any boost in special defense at all, and then could instead spread that extra 10 over attack and special attack. But who knows, guys. But yeah, that's that bit for Mega Altaria there. The only other thing to sort of think about for Mega Altaria is other moves it has. What other moves it has that might make it useful in competitive. For example, we have Roost. It gets access to Roost, so Altaria is pretty powerful there. I'm pretty sure it also gets access to Wish via Egg move, possibly, or via Transfer move or something along those lines. I'm not sure if it gets Wish or not, to be honest. I'm just looking at its moves now. Steel Wing, not really. Roost definitely is going to be something to look at there. Pursuit, no, it's not helpful. Hyper Voice, as we said, is very helpful there. Dragon Rush is a breeding move, which could be helpful if you're going to for a physical Altaria. Doesn't have the most brilliant accuracy, so those seem like we're better off going for Outrage in that case. Looking at the TMs, it has Fly, but it's not going to be a flying type anymore, so that's probably not something to look at there. Probably not worth it, for example. Other moves it might have, it has access to Flamethrower and Fire Blast, which means it's going to have a nice counter for Steel types against it, so it won't be losing anything there. Poison types are going to be a weakness for it as well. Doesn't really get anything, it gets Earthquake, which it'll be dealing with poison types, for example, Steel, Aegis Steel types. So Earthquake on the physical Altaria, that's the one we're looking at. Couldn't remember the name of the Pokemon we're looking at, guys. Gets Ice Beam too, so that could be helpful. Okay, it also gets Dragon Claw via TM. I missed that one out, so add Dragon Claw to the list of stab moves there. I didn't see that earlier. Gets Sky Attack at level 64, flying type move, but as I said, we've lost the flying type, so it's not very helpful, to be honest. Apparently it doesn't get Wish. I was told it got Wish, but apparently it doesn't get Wish. So it doesn't get Wish, guys. But that is pretty much it for this Mega Evolution speculation video, guys. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think of Mega Altaria, what you think, how Pixelate is going to be used, what moves you think are going to be most common to see used with Pixelate, and what do you think of the base stat total spread for Mega Altaria. Do you think I've done a good job? Do you think there's some things you change? Maybe a speed reduction, special defense increase a bit more, maybe something like that. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys. I'm interested to see what you guys think. But if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to smash the like button, and as I said, leave a comment. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.